we're going to create a whiteboard activity in Snorkl. So to do that, I'm going to click on create an activity. I'm going to give it a title. And I'm going to click on whiteboard recording. I need a question. So I'm going to add a question. Coolest thing about Snorkl is that it is pretty much a copy and paste screenshot build. So it's super duper fast. And the best part about that is it only takes, like, obviously it takes just a couple seconds to get something ready to get for students. So I'm going to work with this document right here. I'm going to find me a problem that might be worth trying. Let's try this one, for example. So I'm going to do my screenshot here, just like that. Click capture. Now it copies it to my clipboard. Cool part about that is all I have to do is come over to Snorkl and press Control V, and that problem goes right where I want it to go. What I can do is I can provide additional directions. I can also say I can provide a video, right? If I want to add a video or upload my own video, I can do that, okay? But if I want to add audio directions, I can do that. So I can record here and click record voice. Find 56 plus 36. I click add to whiteboard. This audio file goes right here, and I'm just going to place it right next to the question so that when students want to play it, they can. I also have access to some other things, equation editor, more shapes if I wanted to add some manipulatives. What I could do here is I can take this little box, create a little box, and then I can touch it as a manipulative, right? And so now what I can do is I can do this, Control C, Control V. Oh, let's see. And I'm just going to move it. All right. And so now, oops, sorry. Try one more time here. And so now kids can move these around the screen if they were to need to do so. Again, this activity doesn't really need manipulatives, but you can make them. I can also just get rid of them, just like that. Change the color of them, no fill, all kinds of stuff. That goes for all the shapes that happen inside here. Images you can add, just like that. So, apologies. So I'm going to click done. See my problem is right there for me with my audio. I'm going to go to, before I continue down here to this part, I'm going to click on this gear. I don't need students to have all of these tools. They don't need the shape tool for this. They don't need the highlighter. They don't need the equation editor or the image tool. They don't need the laser pointer, and they don't need the line tool, right? So what I'm going to have them do is just have the text and pen tools available to them and then click save. This way it'll simplify the environment for them. If I click here, I can add additional instructions if I'd like, but this is the important part. Click this purple button and then choose your grade level, math, lower elementary. And then what it's going to do, it's going to read the problem, and the AI will determine the success criteria for this problem. So what that means is it's going to come up with a solution and how students could demonstrate their learning to you. Okay. It highlights the prompt here, and then break apart fit 36 into 4 plus 32. Right, and then we can add those things together. So just if this is the way that you would want students to solve this problem, right, then this would be good. Let's say it wasn't. You can click edit, and you can edit the prompt. You can also edit any part of the success criteria. If you have a special solution, a special process you want them to use, or if there's something you want them to get feedback on. That should be part of these two boxes. So if there's something here that you think like, oh, I really want them to focus on X, then put that in these two boxes somewhere. One of the two boxes or both, if you can figure out a way that makes sense to do that. When you click confirm, you're pretty much saying, yep, I like this. Again, once you click confirm, it's still not done, right? So I can change the subject, I can change the grade level, I can come in here and change the prompt, and I can still change the answer and criteria. So I get a lot of chances to review this. This is a teacher vet. It's AI created, teacher vetted, right? And then when I click more options here, these are some feedback options that you're going to get. So the feedback to students here is on. I can turn it off where students won't get any feedback at all. Or I can turn on only feedback when I approve it. But for the full immersive experience here, we're going to go with on. Scoring explanation, I can turn that off or only for teachers. But again, I want students to get that score. I want them to get that feedback. The feedback, correctness check. It's either on or off or only teachers. Again, I want them to know. And then this part is very important. So the AI feedback language. Students can, in the upper right corner where their little icon is, they can change their default language. So if they speak a language other than English, they can turn it on so that it's tailored to the language that they are strongest in. If I'm teaching a foreign language and I want students to only get their feedback in French, for example, this will override that setting. Right? So if my student says they speak English, but they're taking a French class and I want them to get their feedback in French, I change that and it overrides this. Okay. But for now, I'm just going to put student's default language on there. When I'm ready, when I'm ready, I can click assign. But before I do that, even I'm going to click on try as a student. I always suggest to try as a student. It's really important that you know exactly what students are getting into. Click on start response here. Right, so it says 56 plus 36. I can break this into 30 and 6. So that means that, 56 and 30 is 86 plus 6 more 92. Right, so now I click record. Now this is what you need to know about this part, is that I can solve this in real time, or I can undo it and I can click this and it'll record me as I solve it. So I would say, I'm going to break this into, actually I should probably break this into 32 and 4 because that'll get me to 60. So I'll go to 4 here and 32, right? So I know 56 and 4 is 60 plus 32 more is 92. And then I can click end review. I can watch it if I want to. Click submit. Okay. And so now what you can see here is it's generating my feedback by reading my screen. Let's see how I did. Looks like I got a star here. Oh, correct, and 4 out of 4. Did a great job. I can listen to these, right? If I didn't do well, I can try again. These 3 pieces of feedback are at these different points in the video, right? So if I do respond again, and let's say I try a new response, I start over, I can use my previous whiteboard, but let's say I do, okay, I'm going to try 4 and 32, and I'm going to get 90. And I record my screen, so I can record. I got 4 and 32, and I got 90, right? So what you saw me do there was solve it and then record my explanation. I can do that. But what happens the next time is that the feedback isn't as targeted to different parts of the video. So as it rolls up here, it's not going to be able to, because I only gave it 3 seconds of stuff to work with. I didn't give it the 6 or 8 seconds that I did the first time, right? So you can see the feedback is still at different parts, but it's within that 3 seconds, and that's really hard to pinpoint exactly where my errors were, right? But still does a good job of telling me that I did a great job breaking it down. So once I'm ready, I'm going to return to teacher mode, and I'm going to click assign. Pick my class, click next. This is where I have some choices. We're going to get into Snorkl Coach in a different video here. If I can turn that on. I can limit their attempts. I don't really like doing that. Unless you do something around multiple choice, then you maybe want to limit it to 2, because otherwise they'll just guess till they get it right. And then collaboration. This makes you feel like students can work together on the same problem. It's not true. Students can actually just view classmates' work after it's complete. So I can see, so they can see all the responses or just top responses or none at all. And then I can turn on and off comments, so students can leave comments on their classmates' work. So I'm gonna click assign, and it's ready to go. If I go to my class here, I can go to the activity. Right, this is just the activity, but if I wanna go to my class, right, you can see that my test activity is here, and it is ready to go. And that's how you get Whiteboard activity built in Snorkl.